Good morning. I'm a little late. Sorry for having a little tech issue there. It's time for Healing with the Blues. Healing with the Blues. That's right, I'm healing with the blues. I've got nothing left to lose. That's why I'm healing with the blues. Such a pain inside. The love that's there for me, I have denied. I've never had the blues this long, this deep, this wide. That's why I'm healing with the blues. Hey, everybody. It's a rainy, dreary day here in Iowa, but that doesn't mean it has to be rainy and dreary for you or for me. For that matter, we're in Iowa, so let's just make it. Let's just make it a good day. And we can do that. We can do that when we put our attention on what's really important. And what's really important is, in my opinion, um, that we put our attention on what it is that feels good, that we're thankful for the gratitude in our lives, for the people in our lives, for health. And if you don't have your health, it's really hard to enjoy everything else. So we'll make that the number one priority for this year. I've been doing this exercise my friend Tatina put together, and I just think it's a great idea. So I'm going to share it again with you. If you haven't heard this before, it's on our Facebook group, which is Healing with the Blues. There's a page, there's a group, there's a website. And the exercise is every day between Christmas and January 6th, the 12 days of Christmas, to meditate and come up with a word. Have a word show up for you for that day. And each one of those words will be your words for the month of 2023, each month in 2023. So it's been really helpful. And I hope that you can, it doesn't matter if you didn't start on the 25th, that's okay. Just start now, start today, and allow yourself to have that experience of downloading a word. We say downloading, it's really just something that comes to you. Now that we're in the computer age, and we've been for a while, a lot of times people say downloaded and uploaded for things that are showing up in their lives when we put our attention on source. Source energy is the energy of creation. It's the energy that created us, that is within us in every cell, molecule, and atom, and all the space in between. You don't have to think about what your liver's doing right now, because it does it automatically. So if I go in and out, I'm still here. So the subconscious is running your autonomic nervous system, that's running your body. So your subconscious is running your body. You don't need to know everything that your liver does. It has over 300 different things that it does. You don't have to think about it. In fact, if you think about it, you can't really encompass all the 300 things that it does in your mind. So what if we just focus on the subconscious and what it's doing? And the subconscious is run by how you feel. Your feelings are running your subconscious. Your subconscious is broken into two parts: your nervous system, and one part is rest, digest, and heal, and one part is fight, flight, or freeze. So if you're in fight, fight, or freeze, you're not in rest, digest, and heal. So how do you find out which one you're in? Well, the first thing that we do is we do 4-count breathing. And that helps us to bring ourselves back to rest, digest, and heal. So if we're not there to begin with, we can start there. So let's just do that a couple of times through, and I'll count it out for you. And you're going to breathe through, in and out through your nose the whole time. So we'll start, exhale all your breath out, and breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it in 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it out 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it in 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and breathe normally. Now you're in this calm space. You should feel calmer. If you weren't, if you weren't calm, you should feel calmer. If you were already pretty calm, you might even feel more centered, more aligned right now. And this is where we want to do our healing from. We want to do it from an aligned, centered space. So as you're doing that exercise, you can do it for minutes. You can do it for numbers of rounds that you do it. We just did it twice. You can do it as a meditation to bring yourself back to centeredness, where you want to be. Because when you're centered and relaxed, you can go in any direction. I just saw a light anomaly move through here. That's always interesting to see because we don't have anything flying around in here. I want to just remind you that you have the power to control this. This is your superpower. One of them is to choose to go into rest, digest, and heal. You know, your body rejuvenates and does lots of things of healing, rejuvenates and repairs while you're sleeping. So it's so important to get good sleep. It's so important to be able to sleep and go into that deep REM sleep, that rapid eye movement sleep, where you're getting dreams, where you're actually doing a lot of the work that you can't do when you're focused outward during the day and you're awake. So really good for you to be able to do that. Make sure that you use that 4-count breathing to go to sleep at night. And if you wake up during the night, you could do it then. It'll put you back to sleep. And there's lots of things that we do that help us go into healing mode, into rest, digest, and heal. And the reason why that's so important is you have subconscious control over your physiology, what your body's doing, and you have conscious control. When you have a feeling come up that was triggered by something that was like something in the past, it doesn't mean it's happening again. It means it's happening now, but it's something from the past. So this is a timing issue. People often ask me, well, why do I have this pain? Or why do I have this problem? There's always 4 reasons to have the problem: toxins, timing, trauma, and thoughts. Thoughts can cause different physiology, but timing is also when we have something that's like post-traumatic stress. Something's happening physically that isn't in proper timing with what's happening presently. So that's why we do muscle testing and get people to get in right timing. So muscle testing, when I'm doing arm testing with patients on the table, what happens is their arm might move this much when I've said, I say hold, you hold your arm right there. And I'll press on their arm, usually with my pinky finger. So I'm not pressing very hard, and their arm moves. Now, the reason why the arm moves and it gets to here, it might move, 10 degrees or 5 degrees. It's not a strength test. It's a timing test. So the person's agreed that when I say hold, they're going to hold their arm there. They know I'm going to push on it a little bit, and their arm won't hold. This is the body going, just a minute. I'll be with you in a second. I'm busy. Well, what are you busy with? This is what we want. We want the body and timing with what we say. Presently now, I'm going to hold my arm. So when it can't hold, that's when we know that there's something else going on under the surface. The same thing when I'm working with people online. I'm muscle testing using a surrogate. So I'm connecting with their energy. I'm using a surrogate to muscle test with. And this surrogate actually acts as if they are the patient. And the surrogate is an inanimate object. That's my little doll, Rosie. Now, Rosie's a very interesting little doll because she has electrodes on the back of her hands. See? And if I touch those, she sings. Ring around the rosy, pockets full of toes. If I let go, she stops singing. The reason why I use this doll is because I can do muscle testing on her. When I'm using the electrodes, I might be in a group And I'm having everybody in the group hold hands, and we put Rosie between two people. So as soon as the whole group is connected, she starts singing. And then we can go around and separate people's hands, and she stops. And we connect them again, and she starts singing. So it's a really great way to show people how energy moves and how we're all connected. And it's a very, I'm going to say gross way of doing it, meaning large way of doing it, a big way of doing it, because this is happening without us touching. But when we're touching, then we can actually hear her sing. We are sharing energy all the time. We are clouds of energy walking around on Earth. And as our cloud gets more and more dense, there's our physical form. So we have all of this at our disposal all the time, keeping it in mind to do healing. That's why we're doing the chakra problem solver class on Saturday. I hope that you're registering for that. And if you haven't yet, there's registration links in all my profiles here, and I'll put it underneath this video as well so that you can register. This class is totally complimentary. We'll be giving each other compliments the whole time. I always like it when we say complimentary, because some of those what do they call them? Some of those social medias don't like the word free. They don't like that. So we say complimentary. And that way people know they're going to get compliments. I just think it's a great way to go through life. One of the exercises we did early on in theater school was to give people free compliments. So they didn't have to do anything. They just had to walk by, and we'd give them a free compliment. And it really lifts people's spirits when you say something nice to them. What is that like when you say something nice to yourself? When you look in the mirror, when you talk to that person that's standing there looking back at you, and you say something like, "You look awesome today," or "You have a great smile." Anything that gives you an uplift, that makes you feel good, is important for you to do, because when you feel good, you can be generous with others, and you can spread that feeling good to everybody that you come into contact with. So a little bit more about the chakra class that we're having on Saturday. It's at 10 a.m. Central. And what we do is we go through the chakra problem solver. Let me grab one here. Here it is. We go through the chakra. On with this, but here I am. One side is the simple. Hoping you can still hear me because my video is going in and out a little bit. But when we're using the chakra problem solver, what we're finding is that it helps experience. There we go. You'll experience the healing while we're doing it. You'll experience the healing as we're doing the class. So what I'd love for you to experience is what that immediate healing feels like. Because once you kind of get that, what it feels like to do healing for yourself, then you can start to exercise that muscle in yourself to do healing at any time. And every time you're doing healing, you're not in fight, flight, or freeze every time. So if you want to do some really wonderful healing, I suggest that you come to the class on Saturday. Now, I'm going to tell you this, but you have information about the class and to send you the recording when we're done. So for those of you who for some reason can't make it, make sure you register for the class. You'll get the recording. And I know that you'll enjoy it because it's just a fun class. We have a great time. We talk about some very interesting things in the class, and you'll get a chance to experience what that healing feeling is and what it feels like for you each time. And it might be different each time. So if you've already taken the class, take it again and see if it's different this time. See if you've graduated to another level of understanding about chakras and how you can heal. I highly recommend it. So we're going through some of the things that we're talking about this month. This is January. This is Clarity Month. So put that in your mind as this is the month that we're going to get very clear about things. This month, we want clarity about what's our purpose, what's our direction, what is it that we really need to focus our attention on, and what do we want in our lives? What do you want? It doesn't matter what you want as far as like whether it's a thing or a verb, but allow yourself to think about what you really want. What do you want in your life? Does it have to be something that's good for somebody else? Could it just be good for you? That's okay. Think about what you really want. Write a list of what you really want in your life. Look at that list. Meditate on that list. And it's not about stuff and things so much as it is the feeling that you're going to have when you get what you want. So maybe write the list of the feelings that you want more of in your life. Because those are things that will activate the stuff coming to you. So if you're thinking of, I'd love to have more serenity in my life, what brings serenity to you? What do you feel is serenity in your life? What have you ever experienced that has to do with serenity? You know, when I think of serenity, I think of walking in nature. I think of sitting in a hot spring. I think of listening to the wind through the trees. I think of the birds singing. Yeah, it brings serenity to think of those things. And as we allow ourselves to bring more of that to our life, wow, we're activating the actual things to come into our life. We're putting our order in. We're at the finest restaurant. We know the chef. We're very good friends and very close with the chef. And this chef is an amazing chef and can make anything. And we're saying, you know, I'd really like to just have the feeling of serenity. And we're waiting for whatever dish they bring to us. We don't have to do a whole lot except put our attention on what we want and ask for it. Ask for it. It's really that simple. But putting your attention on it is a big part of it. What do you want in your life? What do you need? What would be awesome to have? Just allow yourself to drift and daydream about those things just for a little while. Because it doesn't take very long for that order to go in. And once you put it in, now the magic starts to happen behind the scenes. And as it's coming to you, you keep putting your attention on it. As it's being created, you keep putting your attention on it. Yes, I want serenity. Yes, I want serenity. Serenity feels like this. I'm breathing in and out through 4 count breathing, the feeling of serenity. What does it feel like? And allow yourself to do that as a practice every day. So clarity is the overarching idea to get you clear about what it is that you really want in your life. Asking for that clarity, writing it down, what it is that comes up, and then putting your attention on it with the feelings that you'll have when you have those things. And then one last part, being thankful. Being thankful like you already have it. I'm so grateful for the serenity in my life. I'm so grateful for the serenity in my life. Watch it come toward you. Watch it happen as you affirm it every day. I'm clear about what I want. I want serenity in my life. I want the feeling of serenity. I'm going to manufacture the feeling now. I'm going to be thankful for it. And then I'm going to watch it come into my life and witness miracles. That's how easy it is. And we have this power. And I would love for you to know how easy it is for you to use it. So that's one of the reasons why we're doing the chakra problem solver class on Saturday, because you love a class, don't you? I do. You love to learn new things. You love to have the same thing repeated so it really goes in. You know, the repetition really brings it in. So allow yourself to have that. It's just that simple. Make it a priority in your life to get really, really clear about what you want and what's the feeling that it's going to bring you. I have lots of things that I want, lots of things. I would love to have my new bathroom downstairs. And when I think about it, I think, oh, you know, maybe some like lavender colors, and, you know, it's got a beautiful soaking tub, and I don't really need that much. I would just like it to be, you know, a place where I can feel serenity. Oh, so I'm so grateful for serenity in my life. The serenity now. I'm grateful for that in my life. I have it in my life because I can think about it already. So I hope that you're kind of getting the idea here. What we're going to do in the chakra class is we're going to talk about what are the symptoms that you feel when root chakra is not working well. What are the symptoms that you feel? And this is an overview of all the chakras. We're going to hit all 7 of the major chakras, but it's just an overview. We can go deeply into it when we work individually. So I want to just make sure that you know that this is going to be a fun class. You're going to have a great time. It's just super fun to do it and to share it with you. And I hope that you enjoy it. So I'm using StreamYard today, and you might see my video go in and out if you're just joining us. And that's okay. It's going to continue. It's fine. So you'll get to see that again later if you go to any of the groups that we're distributing this to. It'll be on YouTube. It'll be on LinkedIn. It'll be on the Facebook group, Healing with the Blues. And come and find us so you can watch the whole thing. If you're watching this on a replay, don't forget to put #replay in the comments, or any comment that you have about what we're doing and what we're talking about today. So the subject for the month of January is clarity. So let's get really clear about what kind of life we want and what we want in it. And allow yourself to think about those things that you really want in your life. Write them down. Big difference if you write them down. Most people don't. Write them down. You could write 100 different things down that you want in your life this year. Allow yourself to just let go of all the boundaries that you have about wanting things, and just put down what would be so awesome. It would be so awesome in my life if I had my new bathroom, right? It would make me feel this serenity. Now I'm thankful for serenity in my life right now. Breathing in serenity. Exhaling gratitude. Thank you. So take a deep breath. Let's do our prayer for the end. Take a deep breath all the way up into the center of the universe, all the way up into the all in all, wherever that is. And as you exhale, let that energy come back down through all layers, all levels, down through all the chakras, through the center of your body, down through your feet, into the core of the earth. As I say these words in the I am. God is all there is. Love is all there is. Light, life, and source energy is all there is. And I recognize right here and right now that I'm one with God, love, light, life, and source energy. And I'm never, ever separated from that energy. And if I feel separated, I know it's a false feeling. And all I have to do is breathe in inspiration, inviting source in, and exhaling gratitude. Thank you. I'm so grateful to be able to have this time to put attention on clarity, on what I really want in my life, on who I really want to be, on how I really want to feel, and have this clarity in my life so that I know it's coming If it's not here already, I'm thankful for it like it already is. I'm thankful for the serenity that's in my life right now. I'm thankful for the idea of it. I'm thankful for all the times I've had it in my life. I'm thankful for the at-one-ment that I feel when I'm in this serenity space. And I'm so grateful. I'm grateful that I have this power of choice, that I can put in my wants and desires in for my order and then create the experience of having it in my mind, in my body, and in my soul, and be totally thankful for it. I'm so grateful for that. How easy is that? How simple is that? And yet, I sometimes complicate it to the nth degree. But I'm going to forgive myself for that. I'm going to have compassion for myself about that. And I'm going to say, it's okay. Go back to center. Go back to center. I'm so grateful for that. I'm grateful for the cheering section on the other side of the veil, my guides, my guardian angels, my spirit helpers. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And for those on the physical plane that are teaching me so much about what I prefer in my life, that my preferences are mine and I'm allowed to have them. I'm grateful for the friction that comes up in relationships because it's teaching me something and I'm learning. And I'm always going to look at it as a learning experience and not as a punishment. That is my commitment to myself, that I always be learning. And I'm so grateful. I authorize my subconscious to let it be so, to dissolve any of the constrictions, contractions, any of the chains that are binding me, that are keeping me from my highest good, now dissolve into unconditional love. I say that it's so and I let it go, knowing that it's already done. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. And so it is. I hope you have an awesome week. I'll be back here next Tuesday. Come to the class on Saturday. You can find the links in all these different places, but I'm going to put it under this video as well. Much love and many blessings to you. Have an awesome week.